Ciao, buongiorno. Oggi sono con il mio grande amico David Gigliotti. Benvenuto David, come stai?
Grazie, bene, bene, sto bene. Tu come stai?
Tutto bene? Really happy to have you in the
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah,
Do you
finally.
see my Italian right there?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Good improvements.
Yeah, I was trying to talk in your language first because I feel Italian is one of the most beautiful languages in the world.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. And then David, now we've been knowing each other for 3 months,
Yeah,
most likely.
Almost 3 months. Yeah,
and we met because we are doing what?
we're doing the beautiful program.
Uh-huh.
This one, Vinifera Euromaster.
Vinifera Euromaster.
And yeah, we are here in Montpellier since the beginning of September.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, something like that.
And where you coming from originally?
I come from North Italy.
Uh-huh.
Actually, it's a really small village, like 1,000 people lives there. It's
Okay.
really small on the Lake of Como. And yeah, it's a really wonderful town, really small. I know each other. I know everyone there. So
Okay.
yeah, it's really cool.
But then you went to Milan, right? To do your...
Yeah. I did my background was to do the university in Milano, but high school and everything I did in Como, where I live.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your bachelor is viticulture.
I did enology and viticulture.
Enology
yeah.
and viticulture.
It's considered one of the best in Milano to do
Okay.
the enology and viticulture bachelor, because there are really good professor and even the research point it's really
Okay.
really good. Yeah.
Me, that I come from Mexico, before coming to Europe, my idea of Italy was good food and good wine.
Yeah.
For soccer,
It depends. I mean, I support Juventus, and in the last years we are not so good. Like we lost some finals of Champions League, so yeah, I know. But we had a really good teams.
La escuadra italiana has how many World Cups? Four, exactly.
4.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's not bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
The
last
wine
years,
is part of the culture.
the wine eats
Yeah.
the culture.
The
yeah.
wine is the culture.
The wine is the culture. Like my grandfather, my father usually drink 1 glass of wine every
Okay.
meal. Yeah.
Every meal.
Yeah.
And when do you realize that you want to take that into a professional area?
Actually, I think I realized it pretty late.
Late, okay.
Yeah, because from my high school, I did a completely different things. I did graphic designer,
Uh-huh.
so it's a completely different thing about agriculture, engineering, or whatever. And but when I was 18, I started to work in this little bistro wine shop in really close where I live, and this is just for like make some money. When you're like 18, you want to make some money to have fun, these things. And but actually, I did 1 season in summer, 2nd season, and in the 3rd season, I realized that I really like these things.
Okay.
I should keep it more seriously, Yeah.
But in your childhood, you have moments that you can remember with your family, maybe with friends, with your grandparents, that wine was part of the environment?
Actually, like in Italy, we have these things that every big holidays like Easter, Christmas, we have even a holiday in the middle of August. It's called Ferragosto. It's like traditional to have barbecue with friends, and in all these situations, you have wine around.
Okay.
But I've never keep it so seriously. It's
Okay.
just beverage, alcohol. And it's nice. I like it, but never seriously.
Yeah.
Like from take it seriously to just enjoy it, it's completely
Yeah.
different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but then talking with you weeks ago, we talked about a history that I really like. How, without looking to become or to make it a career, the wine, you were with your dad and you told him like, hey, I want to work.
Yeah.
And he takes you to a ride and...
Yeah, this is a funny anecdote.
Yeah.
Actually, I was 18, but I didn't have my driver's license yet. And I talked to my dad and I asked him, hey, Dad, can you give me a ride? I want to look for a job, like for the season. It was May and I want to work for the summer, from June to September for the school break.
Uh-huh.
And we started with the car, and the final arrival in my mind was a supermarket. Like a supermarket to leave the CV
Uh-huh.
and do whatever. Like, I don't care. I
Clean
just
floors,
clean,
whatever, yeah.
whatever. Like cash machine, whatever.
You were 18 and just wanted money.
I just want some money and just enjoy the life.
Yeah.
It's normal in my
Yeah.
opinion, and should be like that. I will do the same with my kids. Like
Yeah, totally.
if you want to enjoy, like you will give more attention about the money after.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
earn it. and-
exactly.
Yeah.
And but like we started this ride, and really close to where I lived, there was this little bistro, and I thought, oh, that just stop. I just try. I just remember that day as was yesterday. Yeah, it was really fun because nobody was there, just the owners. It was a family business, and it's called Millesimo. So yeah, I just say hi to
Hi to Millesimo.
Yeah, hi to Millesimo. Yeah, and yeah, I have this place in my heart, so it's
Nice.
really cool for me. And I went there and I left my CV, and I speak a little bit with the owner. Told me like what you're going to do, what are you studying, these little things. And then I heard the door open behind me.
Uh-huh.
I just turned and it was my father. I was like, Dad, what are you doing? Like I was in the worst situation because I was a little bit shy when I was a kid.
Okay.
And so yeah, my father came and apparently he knows the owners. And they are, I didn't tell you this little particular, but it's a big particular. They are from the same town in Calabria.
Wow.
They are from, because apparently in South Italy during 70s, 80s, even 90s, people moved because there was so much work in South Italy to North Italy. And there is this little town in Calabria where my father born,
Okay.
where all these citizens move apparently in the same area, the Lake of
Lake
Como.
Como, okay.
It's 2 or 3 towns that are really, really full of these citizens.
Wow.
And I didn't know that. And my father just came and say hi to his friends and her friends.
But he
And-
didn't tell you at the beginning. He
no,
let you
didn't.
go by yourself.
This is like I have to say thank you to my father because
okay.
if he like said to me for the first time, I know them, probably I would never go there inside.
Yeah.
So yeah, he changed my life.
No, exactly.
My
that
life.
moment, one moment.
Really indirectly, because he didn't keep attention about that. But after I realized that was a good call. Yeah.
No, because it was something you did by yourself, and that it was your own decision. Like
Yeah.
when you become adult, you start making decisions, and these decisions lead you to what you're gonna do in life.
Exactly.
So wow, your dad,
Yeah.
maestro.
Grazie, papà.
And then I was thinking about that, how life, you plan something and shoot, and then you ended up in France doing a master's in viticulture and enology. But
Yeah, that's crazy.
let's talk about the calcio.
Oh, calcio.
Yeah, the calcio.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that we have this World Cup here, like
Yeah.
event in the.
Uh,
Yeah, I know for you.
Bad memories.
Yeah, for you it was bad memories. But when I was little, as you, I loved to play soccer with my friends and everything, and I had this little idea that when I became adult, I'm gonna play professional.
yeah. As a
Every
kid.
kid had
Yeah.
that dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for our countries, it's a big thing. Big
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So I was dreaming, playing, training really hard, whatever. And one of my dreams one time was to play a final in Europe.
Oh.
Like with I imagined myself with the champion music,
Yeah.
like just right there
Yeah,
representing to la champions.
Na, na, na.
Yeah, but my dream was like one day I'm gonna be in Europe playing like a final with the champions music, and I stopped like playing soccer professional. I went to college to play soccer. I retired from soccer, and then there's a World Cup in Montpellier, and I make a team with America. We get to the final. I'm playing the final in Europe, in France, and they play the Champions music.
Exactly what you dream about.
Exactly what I dream about.
Maybe not so many supporters, but
It was a final in Europe with the
exactly
Champions music.
Yeah.
And I was so happy. I
Wow.
lived that moment.
Wow.
Like, yes.
Wow.
But it's like, you never know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
but you know where you want to go and
Yeah.
you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. But you didn't say that you lost the final.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Too
that's fine.
serious, but I played that game.
Yeah.
I enjoy
You
every
enjoy it.
single pass, every single tackle.
I know what you mean.
Wow,
yeah.
it was amazing.
Football is part of our life, I think.
Yeah.
We have in common, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in America it's something more popular, like during college or university, to play football, you know, with the university team.
Yep.
In Italy, it's not such a thing, but you know, we have normal teams. I played since I started a little bit later than my friends. Like my best friends, one of my best friends started when he was four.
Yeah.
I started later because my mother at the beginning doesn't want to.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to be injured.
But you play in
yeah.
the streets, no? When you were
Yeah,
little,
like in the beginning, I played under my house.
Yeah,
like,
totally.
yeah. We don't have nothing. You just put one shoes, and you make
That's
the goal.
everything, yeah.
Yeah. And
That's
this
so
is
legendary.
Even during the street, I have these remembers in Romania because my mother is Romanian.
Yeah.
My grandmother was from a little town close to the capital, by the countryside.
Okay.
And I remember this really huge street, like you cannot see the hand, everything's straight. And everybody go outside in the evening and play football on the street
It was a
because
soccer
it was
stadium.
like completely desert. No cars, maybe one car every 20 minutes because it was
In
really,
Romania?
Yeah, in Romania.
Oh, wow.
And I was a kid, I remember. The last time I went there probably was like when I was 8.
Oof, long time ago.
Yeah. And but I enjoy it so much. Like
Yeah.
playing on the street, it's part of
Yeah.
our culture.
Sometimes when I do this podcast, I get to a really beautiful conclusion about wine. That there's things that no matter where we're from, what we believe, what we think, there's things that all human like beings share. And I think like music is one of those. Like
Yeah.
music, everybody listen to
Who
music.
doesn't like music? Yeah.
Good food, oof,
Yeah.
mamma mia.
Yeah. I mean, you can talk to
Yeah.
me hours
Yeah.
for that. Yeah.
And then the passion like of a sport or like
Yeah.
for example, I know you also play the battery.
Yeah.
And that passion like that you're learning and you're doing what you like,
Yeah.
doing stuff that connects you with something greater than you,
Yeah.
is like keeps you grounded and you can share that with other people.
Yeah.
And with wine, it's a good excuse that you can share your culture, the Italian culture of the wine, my work when I work in the vineyards, what I'm learning today with other people, and maybe we don't just drink to get drunk or to party, but we drink to be together, and it's
Yeah.
a good excuse
Exactly.
to break the wall.
Yeah. I know in wine I just recognize I worked even in another wine shop before coming here since I was studying my bachelor, and I was pretty confident about my knowledge about wine because I can improve my sales skill and commercial thing in a wine shop and my technical knowledge in the university, so I was pretty confident.
Yeah.
But when I arrived here, I just realized that this world is huge. You cannot stop to learn ever.
No.
It's amazing. I have friends that works in this industry that are bigger than me, maybe 10, 15 years more.
Yeah.
And they're still learning. I went with them in Châteauneuf-du-Pape 2 or 3 weeks ago. And they were still learning because it's a huge world. You cannot know everything.
Yeah. And what's the answer that all the professors always says when we ask a question?
There is no a recipe for everything.
It depends.
Depends, yeah. It depends. But it's like, I think it's even the passion of this industry because it depends if you want to do something, if you want to do something else.
Yeah.
It's depends. It depends, yeah.
And then you did that. You were working on a wine bar, right?
Yeah.
For a couple years.
Yeah, I working two different Well, the second one was more wine shop, but we had even wine bar. And the first one was the one that I told you before. It was like more bistro. Yeah.
Okay, with your friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then you were doing school, but then you had an experience in Sicily.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the vineyard.
I had it in the cellar.
Oh, in the cellar.
In the cellar. Unfortunately, because I would love to make it a little bit expensive in the vineyard, but
Nice.
I didn't. Because in the big companies, when you are an intern, I don't want to say that you are a number, but like almost, and you just have to follow like all the schedule of the you are
they
like
tell you what to do.
Yeah, it's like you are a worker, so you have to follow everything. And so I was in charge basically to the reception of the grape.
Okay.
So I was like quality control and the addition, metabisulfite, something like antioxidant, enzymes.
So you were watching pH.
Yeah, exactly.
What else?
pH, acidity,
Brix,
bricks, these kind of things. I had even the opportunity to monitor all the fermentation.
Okay.
So yeah.
It was a big company?
It was a really big company called Tasca d'Almerita. It's, I would say it's one of the 3 or 4 biggest companies in Sicily. They had, if I remember well, 5 estates in Sicily. Like
5 main.
Yeah.
That company.
That company has 5 estates.
Okay.
I've been in the main one because it's close to Palermo.
Okay.
But I went even 2 weeks in Vulcane in Etna. So I fall in love with that region because for the winemaking, it's something so particular, so atypical, but it's really you can feel it, and you can feel the power of the volcano. He's still alive.
Wow.
He's still going out. Eruption, and you can feel it. It was my first time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And wow, I just can imagine just standing up and feel there is a freaking volcano.
Yeah, and basically, you can see it for a lot of point of view because it's really high and you don't have mountains around. So in basically every kind of point of view, you can see the volcano.
Yeah,
and it's just staring there and just look at you and just stay there.
Incredible.
It's incredible, and they make wonderful wines.
Yeah. And then also Sicily is a pretty particular region of Italy, right?
Yeah.
Because the wine from Sicily, it's mainly consumed in Sicily, right? Or
basically, yeah. I mean, we have a big importance in all the country, but
Okay.
in Sicily.
So people are like the communities are really involved into the wine industry.
Yeah. Like this company that I was working in, I would say that was the place of work for 2 towns. Like it was 2 towns, these little towns in the countryside. It was in the middle of the Sicily, so it's not like a really commercialized or like touristic place. It's like literally in the middle of nowhere. So there were a couple of towns, little villages, and basically I would say the 70% of people lives there work for them.
Wow.
Whatever, like vineyard, pruning, cellar, just post, maybe do some
even like cleaning.
Yeah, cleaning, whatever. They had like B&B also, and maybe hospitality.
Oh wow.
Whatever. Yeah.
So remember the class that we had with Professor Gennari?
Yeah.
And he shows like a map of what is sustainability.
Yeah.
And it has, first one is environment, the second one it's social, and then the third one is economics.
Yeah.
Do you think the wine industry in Sicily, particularly of that place where you work, has all these circles of sustainability?
I would say yes.
Wow.
I would say yeah. It was a really big company, and they take care a lot. They really take care about. Like the last years, we are so focused about the sustainability, about the environment, because it's true, but it's not the only one. We have to remember it. But that's true, and we have to monitor it, and the climate's changing, but I think they take care a lot about everything. Yeah, it's a really good company. Yeah.
And you did that before coming to this master?
I had it not this vintage, the vintage before.
Okay,
Yeah.
a year ago.
Yeah, a year ago. And yeah, this because was mandatory for for my bachelor.
Ah,
My
okay.
bachelor was mandatory to do at least one internship during harvest.
Because you graduate last June, no?
I had like a really rush to graduate and to
Yes.
came here, yeah,
Yes.
because due to this kind of, I would say it's a problem of the schedule of my ex-university,
Okay.
because if you do the internship between the second and the third year, so the second and the last year, you begin the last year after than the normal. Because maybe you have
because you're doing the internship.
they are doing the harvest, and maybe in Italy, if you are in the north, you can finish in late October.
Yeah.
So you start in November the school year, and so you finish even a little bit later.
July, something like that, no?
And then if you want to graduate in July, in the 19th of July, I graduated in 19th of July, you have to make like 5 or 6 exams in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Yeah, I was literally studying during the night
Yes.
for months.
Yeah, so you wanted to graduate to be able to come to the master?
I can even graduate after, but you know it's much complicated because I can come here in September, then go back to Italy in October,
No.
graduate, and then come back here. I can do it, but I was thinking why? I can just focus, and
Yeah.
if people before me did it, I
Yeah.
can do it.
Fuck, yeah.
And yeah, I did it with
Nice.
even the best of the marks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Felicitaciones, hermano.
Gracias.
Felicitaciones. Hi, beautiful people that are watching and enjoying this podcast. In order to bring more content like this, I will ask you for 3 favors. The first one is to like the videos. Second one is to follow and subscribe the channel. And the third one is to share and talk to your friends about this amazing content you're following. So I love you so much and keep enjoying the podcast. Cheers.
Yeah.
And you knew about this Vinifera program like how long ago? Because it's not like an easy decision of, you know what, I'm graduate and I'm gonna go to this master. It's not just like you're gonna do it because you're gonna do it, because you're investing time, you're investing money, you're investing time with your family, something that it's not easy, but when you do it, you realize it was a good decision.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I have to say that all my decision, even the internship and even this master, was part of these friends of mine that work with me, and because he worked for Tasca, for this company in Sicily, and so I asked him, what do you think? I should go there. You think it will be like formative to go there and learn a lot of things? And he said me, yeah, why not? Come here. And he was working in the commercial side, so I didn't work with him. I just, just an advice. Yeah. And even this program, he told me, what do you think? Like, what do you want to do later? And 1 year ago, exactly 1 year ago, I didn't know. I just replied him, for sure not the master in Italy, because it's not really connected as this one into the wine region, everywhere. Yeah. And so he told me, okay, I can give you a contact of one colleague of mine. It's approximately your age, a little bit more old, and he did this program. He's from Italy, yeah. He's still working for this Sicilian company. He's a manager for the commercial side. Okay. I talked to him. I didn't know him. I just called him as, like a little guy that wants to know some information about
like
what
that
he did.
little guy who came to the bistro.
Yeah, exactly. So I just really easy talked to him. He was a really nice guy, and he gave me his point of view, and I love that. Yeah. And then I just searched to myself on Instagram, website, more informations. And I fall in love about this program. Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. You have a lot of connection. It's the connection. I love how we meet. I am with a Mexican guy doing a podcast. Like 3 years ago, I would never imagine that. No, and wait a bit. After I publish this podcast in YouTube, Hollywood is gonna start calling you. Like, David Gigliotti, we saw you, we want you to be in Hollywood. We'll see, why not? I want to go to California. So exactly, next step. Yeah. So, you mentioned
I want to go to California.
I would love to go to California. I'm going to California.
You're going to
I'm
California.
going to California. I say now, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love to go there.
Why California?
I don't know. I have these things in my mind that, I just did one internship and one harvest,
Okay.
and basically all the other students did even more. Most of them, not all of them, but most of them. So I can say that I am a kind of principal. I mean, I can do more. And I don't want to focus here in Europe because I live in Europe. I can stay here in Europe when I want. And, it's so small, and I can do one harvest in, I don't know, South Italy, and I can do another harvest in Champagne. So I can do double harvest, but without going in 2 hemispheres.
Yeah.
Or, it's everything so close. So you get a 3 hours flight and you are in, I don't know, Portugal or
It's
Romania or Norway. You can do whatever.
Yeah.
But I want to do this. I want to, use this window of time to go away. Yeah.
Nice.
In California, in my opinion, it's always been one of. I like the wines first of all.
Okay.
I like the wine. Yeah, and I would love to go there.
And do you have any idea where in California?
So basically, my two options are Napa and Sonoma,
Napa and
because
Sonoma.
it's the two main, I would say,
Yeah.
the two main, and I know you've been there
Yeah,
a couple of times or more,
I know the area really well.
and I know there are a lot of wineries that take care about the quality and
Yeah. No, and they're gonna like you. I have a really good Italian friend. Well, he's American Italian, and he always tells me that los italianos somos molto furbo.
Yes, yeah.
Molto furbo.
Sì,
That
sì, sì,
furbo
sì,
is
sì,
like
sì.
smart, like
yeah,
always.
food, but you're like you're
Yeah,
smart.
you're ready for whatever.
ready.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Furbo, molto furbo l'italiano. And that guy, he's really grounded. He works really hard in his vineyard, family vineyard. He's right there 24/7 in the vineyard. He's one of those guys. I always had this idea when I traveled in Mexico with my dad. He was working for an agriculture company for the government, and we traveled to see the projects in the rural areas. And when you say hi to a person that works in the field, how is his hand?
Yeah.
When he say hi to you,
Yeah.
it's
You have
heavy.
to. Yeah, you have to.
It's heavy, it's big, and he grabs you and hi.
Hi.
And when you say hi to, I don't want to be mean or something, but if you say hi to, let's say, a politician, or let's say,
It's more, more polite, more
You say-
soft.
you say hi.
Yeah, you have to go to South Italy and say hi to people who grow the vine, and you will see how people say
It's
to
part of
you
the
hi.
terroir.
It's part of the culture.
Those
yeah.
hands are pruning the vines.
Yeah, and you can feel it.
Yes.
You can see it. Yeah. Yeah. I
It's
perfectly agree. Yeah.
Yeah, so I really encourage you to go to California. For you, it's gonna be, for me, being in Europe has been like mind blowing.
Yeah.
I have this perception of the wine industry. I come into here, it's same language but different word,
Yeah.
and I think it's gonna be
same.
so great for you just to see and be
Yeah.
there. So yeah, I encourage you to go.
I will go for sure. And then I realized that for the second year of the master, we should do at least 8 weeks of internship in the cellar. So basically, right now I would say that I prefer the cellar of the vineyard, but I've never did vineyard experience.
Yeah.
So maybe I would like to do like a longest period of 8 weeks, and maybe
Yes.
experience even a little bit of the vineyard too.
Yeah.
Cause
For sure you can do that. For
Yeah,
sure there's gonna be, in California there's some companies that they're big, medium size, and they have internship for vineyard, and then when it's harvest you jump into the
You
cellar,
switch.
so you can have both.
Yeah, I would love to do that because I never experienced it, and
Yeah, and it's more what I like about maybe the new world is that there's no so many rules. You know, you can
it's
invent.
Yeah,
You can make solutions out of the blue. You can.
this is cool because you can improve every time without any restriction, and it's pretty nice. And basically, I will say that it's not a problem, but probably it is. that here in Europe you have to respect all the laws, and there are a lot. Especially here in France.
There are a lot.
France, in Italy also, there are a lot of rules. I don't know Spain, but the AOP here in France are
pretty strict.
Yeah, pretty strict, and
yeah.
You know, it's difficult if you, especially in this period, it's the climate change. You have to act, you have to react fast, because if you are not going to do it, maybe you have consequences, and you don't have these problems in the old new world. Yeah.
Have you seen? Have you heard about the field plant?
No.
Wine? It's like back in the days when they were planting vines, they didn't have like different tanks or a lot of technologies to ferment in different tanks.
Okay.
So in the vineyard, they put one row of let's say of Carignan, and then one row of Zinfandel, and then in the middle of the row was couple vines of Cabernet, and then another vine was like again Zinfandel Primitivo, and then another one was Nebbiolo.
Okay.
So they harvest everything together and ferment it all together.
Wow.
So you can have wines with, I don't know, 5 varieties, but it's the field, the blend of the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy as you feel now how it's evolving the viticulture. You have, like, basically I'm thinking about Langhe, where they made Nebbiolo 100% basically to make Barolo, Barbaresco. And you go there and you see just vineyards, because I was stuck in that period when I was going the first time to Langhe. It was like 3 years ago, because there you just see vineyards. It's nothing else. Yeah. It's just vineyards. And if you think that it's just Nebbiolo, basically, because probably you can find some white variety. Right? If you have red variety, I would say 99% is Nebbiolo, and it's huge. Yeah. And the quality, it's amazing, and the price, it's high. It's still there. It's just Nebbiolo.
Yeah, but then I think when people say about diversity in the vineyard, remember the picture that a professor shows in, I think it was a German professor, and he shows a picture of a vineyard and he said, yeah, it's beautiful, but what diversity do you see this?
I perfectly agree. Yeah.
It's monoculture.
It's monoculture, and easier even to have disease.
Yeah, it's extraction.
Yeah, and I don't like it so much, but it's just strange to see. You know, you just say these hills huge. If it is a good day, you can see the Alps from Langhe, and you just don't see the end of the vineyards, and it's just Nebbiolo. And I mean, you're making wines, you're making good wines, but it's the biodiversity, it's so low.
Yeah. And one time I was talking with one of our classmates that people, when they think about diversity, they think about add something that there's no vines, like a forest, or like animals or something. But you can have diversity with vines. Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I mean, I fall in love because I've been this summer, you know, just to have a trip in Tuscany. And Tuscany is wonderful, and it's really, you have a high biodiversity. Like, you can find olive trees, you can find forest, and like, you know, the typical picture of Tuscany, how, I don't know, like even a stranger, abroad guys can imagine, it's that you have olive tree, you have vine, you have a little city in the middle of in the top of the hill. It's
you
like
have the Vespa.
Yeah, you have the Vespa, you have forest, you have everything.
You have the beautiful wife.
Yeah,
the 5 kids.
5 kids are a lot. No, you know, it's Tuscany. I would love to maybe work or live in Tuscany. Yeah,
it's far from Como?
It's not close, but it's not far. It should be like 4 or 5 hours driving.
Okay. Yeah. Changing a little bit of topics. Next year, I want to do the path of San Francis de Assisi in Italy. Okay. And I think I want to start it from Florence.
Wow.
What do you recommend me to see? Like,
I mean, Florence, it's a beautiful city. Yeah, you should go. If you've never been to Florence, you should go. And just even before you start the way to Assisi, maybe spend a couple of days there, because it's, you know, it's amazing. It's not a big town as, you know, Milano, Roma, or Naples. It's smaller,
Okay.
but it's you have a lot of art,
Yes.
and there it's so concentrated because everything, it's not small, but it's not big, and you have a lot of art there.
Michelangelo,
Michelangelo, yeah,
Medici,
Michelangelo, yeah, Medici, all the
Da Vinci,
yeah. Like all the cathedrals are amazing. Yeah,
Machiavello.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You
they're
like the
from-
culture,
yeah,
right?
of course, yeah. I did my homework.
No, that's cool. And I don't know actually the way to go to Assisi, like the way you're gonna walk, but actually.
But it's like
Really?
countryside. You go to the
Yeah,
mountains.
because Assisi it's in the middle of Italy. It's the only region. It's called Umbria. It's the only region that doesn't have the sea, because it's in the heart of Italy. Every region, basically, not Valle d'Aosta or maybe the north one, but from the middle south Italy,
Okay.
every region has sea.
See.
Just even a little bit. Umbria, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. The heart
And
of
it's
Italy.
in the heart. And Assisi, I've been once with my father. I don't remember. I was like 10 or 12, something like that. And yeah, you will feel the power of that place. You will feel it. Even if, I'm not a religious guy, like really religious. I was growing up like in Italy. Usually, families grows up their kid in a Catholic way, so church but when you grow up, maybe you just lose a little bit. But I'm not a religious guy, and I can feel it. So I imagine for a person, it's like a guy that's really religious, and yeah, it's a wonderful place.
Yeah, actually, when I did the Camino de Santiago, the way of Santiago,
Oh yeah,
there was a lot of Italians
yeah.
doing the Camino.
Now I think it's becoming a really, touristic, and maybe people do it like even too much without the meaning, and I think it loses, the special thing.
Okay.
But it's still amazing. It's still amazing, but it loses
I
something.
mean, for me, okay, for my mind just
Yeah,
right now, because what you say, I can say the same with wine.
Yeah,
I think
We can do
wine
it,
is
yeah.
amazing, but I think people doesn't appreciate it. So people are drinking wine, so now it's not special.
Yeah.
They don't know what they drink.
Yeah, yeah.
But when you open the bottle of wine, you gonna make it special.
Yeah, yeah,
Your
yeah.
friends, your family, the environment, what you're learning, you're gonna make it special.
Yeah. It's like it's becoming a fashion in the last years. So
The wine?
the
or-
wine is becoming a fashion. So everybody, when you have a fashion, in my opinion, everybody interesting in that topic, and everybody knows everything apparently. all the customers knows everything about wines, and I don't know. We are here doing a master and have teachers from all over the world, and probably we know even a lot of things, but we are like maybe humble.
No, but when you met people that they know nothing, it's like, like.
Yeah. No, they know everything.
Okay, you're an expert.
Yeah. They know everything. Yeah. When you have fashion, it's like that, in my opinion. But it's normal. It's part of life, commerce, and everything. Yeah.
One time I was talking with a friend, and this is kind of interesting idea, and he grabbed his glass of wine like this, without knowing.
Yeah.
And we're talking, and I didn't say anything.
Mhm.
And then when we finished the glass of wine, we were walking, and I was like, "Hey, can I make you a comment?" And he was like, "Yes." When you grab your glass of wine, you don't want the wine to be warm, because you're gonna lose aromatics.
Yeah, sure.
And more things. You gotta let the wine oxygen and grab it from the tail of the glass. And he looked at me, and he was like, "Oh, thank you, but I like to grab the wine like this. I didn't know the right way to do it. Now I know it. But I'm gonna tell you something, Juan Carlos. How many people that drink wine knows why you have to grab it from here? And they do it just because everybody does it.
Yeah, because
And
it's fancy.
if you don't do it like that, they're gonna judge you. But they don't know why they do it.
Yeah.
Now that I know, I choose to grab it as whatever I
Like
want.
this.
Like whatever I want.
Yeah.
But I know why people grab it
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah, if you know something, you can act in a different way, but you know why you are doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
You can do whatever you want if you we have a lot of examples, but even in the wine industry, like if you are a big company at least in my opinion, if you are a really big company, you can do whatever you want. People still know your brand and still buy your brand and still love your brand. It's kind of the same. If you have like knowledge and everything, you still do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. I like a lot how different people live their experience with wine, with the Camino de Santiago, with the school, with relations. But at the end, we are in the same.
Yeah, we are in the same boat.
Yeah. And David, just to start like closing this podcast, after almost a semester doing the master, 4 months, getting into Christmas, getting into New Year's. This is the last episode of the year, so we're closing it strong.
What a pleasure! Yeah. Wow.
And what have been like your most learnings, your takeaways of these 4 months living in France?
You know, for these 4 first months, I would say that I'm really, lucky because I had my bachelor and basically I was pretty confident about the topics. So I would say that my best idea, my best feeling is to meet all you guys, all the professors, because it's just have different point of view. This is the most wonderful thing about this industry. You can know a lot of things, and the things that we did in the last weeks, I was pretty confident about it. I loved it, but I was, it's not the first time that I heard it.
I saw you struggling.
Yeah, I mean, it depends when. Maybe for the English. No. I mean, it depends which topic, but usually, like in general, I feel confident, but. Like, easy.
How do you say in Italian?
Facile.
But it's
destra, sinistra. And I think just, meeting new people, have different point of view, new environment, everything new, it's just you open your mind. Because, I can even study in Italy or work in a cellar and close myself in a cellar, but what should I gain? Like, I would love to see other people, we have a lot of people that travel the road to the world to do harvest, and maybe speak with them, you just open your mind. And it's crazy in my opinion. This is the best thing in my opinion.
Nice. And then for Christmas you're going home?
I'm going home, I'm really excited.
Nice.
Stay with my family 2 weeks.
Yes.
My brother, my parents. I stay with my friends too.
Okay.
So
Good food.
Yeah, for sure.
Good wine.
For sure. I mean, the first day I'm going to Italy, I'm hoping to have some food with my parents.
Amazing.
Yeah. Why not?
How do you say in Italian? Happy Christmas.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale. I think it's similar to French. It's Bon Noël.
Bon Noël.
Yeah, Buon Natale.
En español, Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad, yeah.
Es Buon Natale.
Yeah, Buon Natale.
Hermano, grazie mille
per
tu tempo.
Grazie a te per avermi invitato.
Buon Natale.
Grazie, buon Natale.
E ciao.
Ciao ragazzi.
Follow the podcast, follow David, and have a nice Happy New Year's and Happy Christmas.
Buon Natale.
Buon Natale.